It's week 2 of the 2022 season, and we'll see DJ Moore. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Panthers and the Giants, and it's all up next.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina's offense ready for its first possession, and at the helm, their new QB brought in via trade this offseason. His 5th year now in the NFL, former #1 pick Baker Mayfield.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 6 catches, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
From the 36, Mayfield. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, was able to make the sure catch, and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Mayfield looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
New York State committed to Daniel Jones for a 4th season, but also made this a decisive year by declining his 5th-year option. 2022 looks like Jones' final chance to prove he can be the franchise face for the Giants, and he does have a cadre of weapons that he'll need to top his career highs of 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns that he set as a rookie.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Mayfield. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he rifles one incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Play fake, Mayfield. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive, Jones.
He's got Bellinger.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The Giants are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice, solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. To Barkley on the check down.
They'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Barkley is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Barkley again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch, and the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Back to throw again. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And again, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he completed 7 straight passes before that one as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak. Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Meanwhile, Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Here's Higgins out of the right side.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A little juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That one complete to Anderson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. But things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Up the middle with Barkley. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Operating from the gun, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Jones buying time to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. He gets it to Thomas. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Mayfield now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And Thomas has it.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. His throw incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
New York set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Keith Taylor.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Jones, another shot here after the pick six. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. From the 30 on second down, Jones.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Jones on third down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Ooh, with a juke. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, first and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
First down, Mayfield. Thomas brings it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there at 22.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Foreman. will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now out come the Giants.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Jones now throwing to start the drive.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Kadarius Toney really created headlines with a 10-catch game as a rookie, but couldn't stay healthy enough to build on it. Still had over 400 yards in his first campaign and should blow by those numbers with a full season in 2022. Nice first down pickup for the speedster right there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Mayfield to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Panthers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to 1-1, and they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.